Hey everyone, my name is Juliet Lamar with AfterBuzzTV, and today we're going to be talking about one of the best shows on television, in my opinion. It's called Unreal. If you're not watching it, you really should be. Today we're talking about Season 2, Episode 7, Ambush. Basically, in this particular episode, Rachel screws up real big and gets someone shot. So, it's pretty exciting. This is not the first time this show has had murder on its list of things. But anyway, I'm here to talk about why I really like the show, which is for so many reasons. But let's start off with the main thing I like about the show. So, the main group of characters, the top 4 groups of characters, they're like the reality TV show Mafia. Basically, they will murder, screw, pull the rug out from under anyone who gets in their way, including each other, which I think creates these incredible dynamics between the characters because you never quite know where they stand with each other. You know they love each other because they tell each other that, but then the next scene they're doing something that is completely over the top, uncalled for what they're doing. But I think that's really cool because it always keeps you on your toes. You're not quite sure what's going to happen next. Like I said, they're basically the reality TV show Mafia. I love all the plot twists and the writing because the writers will build these characters. They are such rich, in-depth characters that every episode you learn a little bit more, and it's like another brick in the wall of who the character is. And that keeps me coming back for more each episode. I don't just think, oh, the same thing's going to happen. They're going to win. They're going to screw each other over. It's not like that. Every time you get these little snippets, these little tiny ideas of what makes each character who they are. And they don't just focus on one character each episode like some shows do. It's every episode there's something a little bit, it's like little Easter eggs that the writers drop to tell you about the characters and kind of bring you more and more in to what that they're trying to tell with the story. I also love how this show parallels real life. So this show is about Everlasting, which is a reality dating show. And in real life, it definitely parodies The Bachelor/Bachelorette. So in Season 2 of Unreal, we have the very first black suitor. Well, guess what? The very first bachelorette to be black is Rachel, happening next season on The Bachelor. These writers are genius! They come in and they're like, let's just parallel real life. Duh. Loved it. I love how that is happening on this show. They also are not afraid to go for those racial things on this show, women's rights. They really bring in hot topics that are happening right now. I don't know if they're going to get political necessarily. They could. It's not really the draft of the show, but I could see that happening too. I also really, really love how good doesn't always win on this show. You can watch this show and you want something to happen because it's probably the right thing to happen on the show, but it's probably not going to happen because this show almost always plays against what you think is going to happen, which, again, keeps those cliffhangers coming, keeps you coming back for more. I love the music in this show, especially this episode. It had some really cool ups and downs with the music, which I thought was fantastic and really told the story in a different way. This episode was a lot more moving, I think, and it got really, really real to like a humanistic level, which I thought was just incredible. This is like a whole nother level of voyeurism, which I think is another reason people really love the show, why I love the show. Because you want to know what's happening behind the scenes of The Bachelor, right? So if you get to watch Everlasting, you see a little bit of what possibly could be happening behind the scenes of The Bachelor. I mean, we don't know, but this is probably a good indication of what could be happening. I don't know. I also just love how these relationships between these two strong women. So Rachel and Quinn. I love women-driven shows, of course, because I'm a woman, but also because they're amazing. And these two women are so supportive and strong to each other, but then they also are constantly trying to one-up each other. They're holding each other accountable, and they're thinking, we're not just in competition. We're holding each other to our highest potential. That's what I see with their relationship. I think it's loving. I think it's caring. I don't think it's just competitive. I think they truly do care about each other. They're just trying to raise the bar higher and higher and actually make each other the best they can be. Well, that's all for today. My name is Juliet Lamar. Catch us next time on AfterBuzzTV. It's been real.